Hey everybody, Max coming here. It's Little Kitty Podcast. It's not too long. Oh well, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful summer day in Japan. It's a beautiful Saturday summer day in Japan. It's a great day to go out with the fam. Maybe go to a park. You know, have a little barbecue. Of course, I'm just gonna be sitting inside all day probably today. You know, just looking out the window. Looking out the window at the blue skies. It's like, oh, that looks great. I could go outside or I could just sit inside. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to sit inside and play video games all day. You know, anyway, I'm just, okay, let's quick talk. We'll just quick talk about the markets. Okay, I don't know if you were watching the stock market yesterday. Stock market yesterday took a big dump. I think all the indexes, S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, they're all down like almost 1%. I think 0.75%, which is pretty big. It's a pretty big move, you know. The whole index is there. Of course, gold was also down. Gold was down almost 1%. Silver was down like 2.5%. And of course, the gold and silver mining stocks, they were all down like 6-7%. It was they were incredibly oversold. It's like unbelievable. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. I know I always push for gold and silver here, but the mining stocks are insanely oversold right now. Like, just take for example some of these stocks. Like when silver was $28, now silver's $26, right? So it's gone down maybe like 8%. Silver's gone down like 8% from 26 to 28. But a lot of these mining stocks are down like 30%. Like when silver was trading at $28, this one stock was $18. Now silver's $26, and that same stock is $12. It's gone down 30% just on that tiny move in silver, which is just unbelievable, man. If I had any money right now, I'd be buying up those silver mining stocks, but of course I don't have any money. You know, if anybody wants to give me some money, that'd be good. If you guys want to send in some donations, you know, click that donate button. Click sign up for my Patreon. Sign up for my OnlyFans. You can see pictures of my butt. Give me $5. I'll send you a picture of my butthole. Anyway, yeah, and it's not just that. Like oil stocks too. You know, it's unbelievable. Oil, like BP. You guys know BP? Remember them? They spilled out that oil in the Gulf of Mexico there. Oopsies. Sorry about that. Sorry about ruining the Gulf of Mexico. Oopsies. Sorry about destroying the environment. Sorry about that, guys. You still want oil though, right? You still, yeah? Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, BP. Last year, it was trading at $35 when the oil price was $60, right? $60 a barrel. BP was trading at $35. Now oil is $70 a barrel, and BP is trading at $25. It's like, how does that make any sense? It's a third less than, and oil's gone up $10? How? I don't understand. Why is no one... And fucking Tesla's still up 600% higher than it should be, like yesterday, you know? All these mining stocks go down, all the oil stocks go down, and the fucking tech stocks that are insanely overpriced and don't make any money, don't make enough money to justify their price, they go down a little bit. It's like, what the fuck is going on? How about goddamn AIs, you know? You just, I don't know. This insanity has to correct at some day, right? I don't understand. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Oh, anyway, enough market talk. Let's talk UFC. I play some bets. This UFC fight, okay? Main fight, we got Islam Makhachev, you know? And he's got that Dagestani beard, and also his name is Islam, so... You know, you gotta vote for. You gotta bet on that guy. You know, you gotta bet on any guy that's got the Dagestani beard and his name Islam. Definitely gotta bet on him. You know, and so I did a parlay with him, and he's like minus 700. You know, so anyway, so I did a parlay with him, and of course Misha Tate. When I saw Misha Tate was fighting, I was like, holy shit, Misha Tate's still fighting. She's old, right? And then I see the woman she's fighting. The woman she's fighting, Marianne Renaud, is 44 years old. She's fighting a 44... this woman's in menopause. Misha Tate's fighting a grandma over here. 44 years old? Jesus Christ, you know. This woman, Marianne Renaud, she hasn't She hasn't won in 3 years. She's lost her last, 4 fights. So, I put money on Miesha Tate, too. Part of the parlay. Then, of course, we got Jeremy Stevens versus Matessa Uz Gamrot. Matessa Uz Gamrot. I don't know anything about him, but he's 18-1. And he's 30 years old, whereas Jeremy Stevens is 35 years old. So I put him part of my parlay. Matessa Uz Gamrot. And, of course, on the prelims there. We got this... we got this other dude, Miles Johns versus Anderson Dos Santos. I don't know anything about them, but this is a 135-pound fight, and one of the guys is 27, the other one's 35. And of course, as you age, your speed slows down. So that's why the lower weight guys don't have too many guys that are that old. But the heavyweight guys, you always keep your power. So the heavyweight guys can have older guys, and this guy's 35 years old, fighting at 135 pounds. I don't know about that, dude. So I did Miles Johns. I did a little parlay there. Miles Johns, Matessa Uz Gamrot, Miesha Tate, Islam Makhachev. That's a parlay I did. $10. Hopefully they all win. If they don't, it's fucking bullshit, dude. Fucking bullshit, dude. I also put a bet that Islam would go under 4.5 rounds. So hopefully Islam channels the great Muhammad Allah, and puts him in an arm bar or whatever. So I can make my $10, dude. I need my $10 so I can buy some goddamn mining stocks. Yeah, I can't believe how they're insanely oversold. It's like how's no one? Oh God, I just don't understand. How's no one else aware of this? It's just I don't know. Goddamn algorithms, Oh, anyway, okay. So now I want to talk about a little embarrassing story. I don't know if I want to talk about this, but I guess I might as well. So I don't know if you guys heard of this podcast called the 10-Minute Podcast with the great Will Sasso. If you never heard of Will Sasso, or as I like to call him, Will Sassy Malassi, he's probably the funniest living guy. He's not a classical comedian. He doesn't really do stand up. He does a lot of improv, and he doesn't really his dream is to do a sitcom for whatever reason. So that's what he pursues instead of just doing stand up comedy and stuff. Even though he totally could, I don't know, for whatever reason, his dream is to do a sitcom. So that's what he's always trying to do. He's always trying to get sitcoms, and it's like, dude, Will, what are you doing, bro? You can't just be doing sitcoms for the family, all right? You need to get on stage, Anyway, he had this podcast called the 10-Minute Podcast, one of the funniest podcasts ever of all time. And, of course, that was originally with Crystal Lee and Brian Callen, but then both Crystal Lee and Brian Callen became more famous. So they were like, later, Will Sasso. Later, bro. Thanks for making us famous with the 10-Minute Podcast. We're going to go have some other podcasts now. And then, of course, Crystal Lee had sex with 18-year-old girls. So no one likes him anymore, And Brian Callen, he's Brian Callen, yeah. And so then Will Sasso did it with Tommy Blacha, and what was the other guy's name? I forget the other guy's name. But Tommy Blacha was the writer for Metalocalypse. It was a really funny animated show about death metal. Tommy Blacha and Will Sasso they're a great combination there. And, anyway, the podcast is done now. They don't do it anymore. 10-Minute Podcast is over. But you can still listen to the archives, And one of the funniest episodes they did a few of these episodes called Shit My Pants Stories. Where these people would call in and tell their stories about how they shit their pants. And this is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. And I think they did 2 or 3 of these Shit My Pants Stories on the 10-Minute Podcast. And if you're looking for a laugh, just type it in right now. Type in 10-Minute Podcast, Shit My Pants Stories. This is the funniest 10 minutes you're ever going to listen to in your life, man. And, I feel sad because the podcast is over and they're not doing these Shit My Pants Stories. Because now I finally got a story. I finally got a Shit My Pants story. So So yesterday, I'm sitting around playing video games. I'm playing Hearthstone. I'm streaming on Twitch, and actually I wasn't streaming. I was just playing. Streaming. My lady friend, she comes up. She's like, "I made some popcorn. You want some popcorn?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right." And of course I'm carnivore. I do the carnivore diet. So I don't usually eat pop, but I love popcorn. Popcorn's my favorite food ever. I love it. I love it. Put it in my mouth. Put the butter, salt in the butter, the pop, crunchy, the crunchy flavor of pop. Oh God, it's so good. I love you, popcorn. I'll get married with you if I could. We'd have little popcorn kids. They come out. I don't know how that would work exactly because you're just an inanimate object and I'm a human being. But somehow we'd make it work. Love would find a way. Love would find a way, like those two trans people that they're actually men and they try to breastfeed their baby with their man tits. Love would find a way. So I eat a little bit of that popcorn there, and then I'm playing. I'm still playing the games there, and I feel a little rumbly in my tummy, my tum. It's like making noises. It's like I'm like and then I feel and then I feel a package being delivered in my lower area. My intestines are like, what the fuck is this shit? I thought we were on the carnivore diet, dude. We don't put meat and eggs in this stomach. You put the goddamn pop. Fuck you. My intestines there. They got a little anger there. They're like, what are you doing? You eating popcorn? You son of a bitch. You son of a. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna push you. We're just gonna empty your bowels there. So I'm playing Hearthstone. I'm just like, uh oh. Something's coming. Something's coming out there. And the Hearthstone there in the in between rounds, you got like a minute and a half there sometimes, like break time in between rounds. So I finish a round, and I got like a minute and a half. I'm like, all right, let me just take care of this real quick. So I run to the bathroom there. And it's like I'm clenching, man. I'm trying to when you got like a hose, when you turn on the hose full blast, and then you make a kink in it, So like the water doesn't come out, and you put it in your friend's face, and you're like, "Hey, look at this! Something's in my hose." You look at, and your friend looks at it, and then you undo the kink, and it sprays water in his face, and you're like, "Ha ha ha! You're an idiot! You got water in your face. I'm an asshole." It's kind of like that. But instead of a hose, it's my butt. Instead of water, it's diarrhea. And so I go in the bathroom there. I'm like, "Oh God! It's coming! I can't clench. I can't clench this, And I lift up the toilet seat there, and I pull out my pants. And as I'm sitting down, right, as I'm going from standing to sitting, my sphincter there, my sphincter unclenches there, and I just squirt diarrhea all over the bathroom. It goes all over the fucking toilet and all over the walls of the bathroom, all over the floor. And I'm just sitting down and this is like mid-sit. And then I sit down and I'm just like, oh God, this diarrhea is blasting out of my ass. And I'm just looking around. And I'm looking around the bathroom there. And there's fucking diarrhea all over the walls. All over the walls. And all over the toilet. And this is one of those Japanese toilets. It's got like the remote control there to control the bidet. This fucking diarrhea all over the seat, and all over the remote controls there. And my lady she puts like a toilet cover over the toilet seat, and like there's like a bath mat and shit. And my goddamn diarrhea is all over the fucking toilet seat, and all over the bath mat, and all over the walls. And these Japanese walls, they're like sort of made of like I want to say like paper. They're not really. It's like drywall kind of, but it's like poster board. They're kind of like it's like a rough sort of poster board. So it's kind of like paper, And I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking at the fucking diarrhea that's all over the goddamn walls, and the toilet, and the floor. And I'm just thinking, oh man, it's gonna be my turn in Hearthstone pretty quick here. I'm gonna need more than 90 seconds to clean this shit up. I guess I lost that game. And then I just fucking, I finish my business. And then I start cleaning. I start cleaning the toilet. And I'm just looking at the walls. I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna clean this shit off the walls? They have like these fucking paper walls, so I spend the next like 10 minutes cleaning up all these walls, and then I'm looking at the toilet seat and the toilet seat cover, and I'm like, oh, should I wash these? I just rip off the toilet seat and I just throw it away. I just put them back. I'm like, okay, this thing, we buy these at the dollar store, I'll just throw this shit away. But the bath mat's maybe $5, so I'm like, I guess maybe I'll wash that. I'll stick that in the washing machine there, and I wipe off all the walls as best I can. I get some bleach. I clean off the walls there, and then I walk back into the living room as if nothing happened, It's like do nothing happened, do. And then my lady, she goes in the bathroom there, and then she comes out and she's like, what happened in the bathroom? Why is the bath mat gone? Why is the toilet seat cover gone? It smells kind of bad too. What happened? I'm like, nothing, nothing happened. Don't worry about it. She's like, what? What are you talking about? What happened? Why is there no bath mat? I'm like, nothing happened. We're not gonna talk about this. If you want to know what happened, you got to learn English and listen to the podcast, because I'm definitely not telling you that I sprayed diarrhea all over the bathroom walls. Not gonna do that. No, I think that might affect our relationship, I think you might become less attracted to me if you ever get an image of me spraying diarrhea all over the bathroom walls. Oh, God. So anyway, she's like, well, it smells bad in there. You need to, whatever, I don't know what happened, but you need to clean it up a little more. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'll do that, So I go in there one more time. I get a lot of bleach. And just start rubbing the walls, and like, oh man, so I clean it one more time. I'm gonna clean it one more time. She's gone today. I'm gonna clean the bathroom one more time. Hopefully my diarrhea stank will dissipate. But that's my shit my pants story. Will Sasso, if you're listening, please do the 10-minute podcast again, and maybe I'll call in. And share my story with you. Of course, if anybody's listening to this, if I ever run for political office, please don't share this story with anyone. Okay, this is a secret story that I'm sharing with only my podcast listeners. And of course, if you want to share this podcast, that's fine. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Tell your friends, because I need more subscribers, because I need at least 10,000 subscribers so I can make advertising, so I can actually make some money, because I don't have any goddamn money, because I lost the goddamn stock market, because everyone's selling their goddamn gold and silver. It doesn't make any fucking sense. There's all this fucking inflation, people sell gold and silver. God, fucking damn it. Anyway, thanks for listening. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.